Okay, guys, good morning. My name is Chelsea Parker. I'm a personal trainer here in Jackson, Tennessee. I have got right at 6:04 a.m. Central Time, and it is Friday, May 2nd. So let's get this core workout started. I'm going to have us start with a few stretches today. So the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to start with what we normally start with, and that's going to be 10 of the slow squats. So arms are out by our waist and they come up as we go down. We're going to do 10 of these. Go ahead and keep count. This is going to be a warm-up stretch round. Good. Once you have your 10, now we're going to work out those hips a little bit. So we're going to do a side lunge. And when we do the side lunge, we're going to bring our hands up. So I will do a couple to each side. And when we start these, we're going to do 10 on the right side. Then we're going to do 10 on the left side. So it's going to look like this. You step out a big step, squat down while bringing your arms up and back in. So that's one. We're going to do 10 each side. Just nice and slow. Lean into that hip. Good. Once you've got your 10 on the right side, go ahead and do your 10 on the left side. Exact same thing. Nice and slow, get that good stretch. And it's normal to not have as much balance on your non-dominant side, so that's okay if one side feels a little different. For me, it's my left side. I'm very right-handed, right side dominant. Good. Now I've got one more thing for us before I'm going to take us down to the mat. Next thing we're going to do, we're only going to do 6 of these, and these are going to be really slow, and it's going to be 6 each side. So again, we'll start with our right side. What you're going to do is you're going to bring your right leg back, and I'll do it from the front and then the side so you can watch. We're just extending the leg back and reaching out. And I will show you from the side as well. This does take some balance. Like I said, we're going to do 6 of these, each side, nice and slow. Just kick that leg as far back as you can. Good. Get you 6 on the right side. And then we're going to get a 6 on the left side. Good. Now I just want 5 more of the squats. Let's just do the squats we started with, the Pilates squats. We're going to do 5, and then we're going to go down to the mat. Nice and slow. Let's just complete these movements. All right, great job. Let's take it down to the mat. And we are going to start lying on our backs. So go ahead and get yourself on the mat and lay down. If for any reason I ever go out of the screen, someone just unmute, let me know, so that way I can readjust. Now, we're going to start with 15 of the reverse crunches. For these, our legs will be up in the air and cross, hands by our side. You go down and you lift up. Go down. You just lift up. You lift those hips up. We're going to do 15. Good. Once you have your 15 of the reverse crunch, we're going to go, I'm going to flip you over. We're going to go into that tabletop position, but we are going to be in a plank and we're going to be doing slow mountain climbers. So we'll be doing 10 each side. Now and I'm going to show you, I'll always demonstrate the move first, but just make sure as you do these, you're getting a nice cross over across that midsection, a nice cross crunch. So we will start on our hands and toes, and you will pull one knee over and give a nice oblique crunch. We're going to do 20 total, 10 each side. Good. Once you've got those, drop down to your knees. We're going to go back down on our backs. And now I just want 20 hip bridges. With these, hips are lifting all the way up towards the ceiling. You're driving through those heels. We're going for 20. Good. I've got 2 left. Great job. The next move we're going to do is going to be the starfish. I think we did these last Friday, but for the starfish, you are laid out like you are a starfish, and it's opposite arm to opposite leg. So you will be going across the body and tapping that toe. You do lift up your shoulder blade and crunch. So for these, we're gonna do same thing. We're gonna do 20 total. It'll be 10 each side. And when you're ready, let's start the starfish. Good. Once you have got your 20, I know the tummies are tight. Let's just lay here, stretch it out. Pretend like someone is pulling your arms and legs in different directions. Just stretch out that tummy. We're gonna hold this stretch for about, let's say about 10 seconds. All right, and now we're gonna get up, but we're still gonna be on the mat. I want 10 ab roll-ups. Remember with these, you reach up, you touch your toes, if you can, as close as you can get, and you slowly work your way down. Because we're working on the way down too. So we're gonna do 10 of these. And remember to breathe. Work, work, work on the way down. Good. I've got one more. Perfect. We're gonna do one more ab move, which is going to be the crisscross crunch. That is what I call these. So it is going to be both feet are going to be up on the mat. So it'll be the same thing. It'll be opposite elbow to opposite knee. So, and you will do a side crunch at the top with a little twist. We're gonna do 20 total, 10 each side. Start these now. And you notice these are nice and slow. I'm not rushing through these. I'm letting that core feel all the work. Slowing down your moves can make a huge difference. Good. Once you have got your 20, let's go ahead and do 20 more hip bridges. Give our abs a rest for a second. So we're going to go straight into 20 hip bridges. Good, hips all the way up. We're remembering to breathe. Giving our core a rest for a minute before we repeat that last round we just did. Good. Once you have your 20, we're going to start back. We're going to go backwards. So now we're fixing to start with the last ab move we did, the crisscross crunches. So we're going to start with 20 of those, 10 each side. Remember, these are opposite elbow to opposite knee. And you do pick that foot up to help you meet that elbow to knee. We're going to do 20 total, 10 each side. Remembering to breathe. Good. Once you have those 20, we're going to stretch our legs back out. Next, we'll be going back into the 10 ab roll-ups. So let yourself stretch out for just a second if you need to. And then as soon as you're ready, we've got 10 ab roll-ups. Don't forget, we're working on the way down. I have one left. Good job. We have knocked out 10 of those. So next, we've done quite a few hip bridges. Before we finish out this, we go back to the very top of these abs. Let's go down to our sides. And we're just going to continue to open up those hips along with the abs. Y'all will learn I love glute work, and they go paired together beautifully with ab work. So we're gonna do just some clamshells. Legs will be bent up. I think y'all can see me in the screen. If not, just let me know. Foot will rotate on top of the other. So we're just gonna do 10 each side where you slowly rotate that knee up, and you should feel it all working in your hip. Just giving the abs a nice little break for a second before we continue burning them. So good, give me 10 slow clamshells each side. And any of you on here that have little mini bands at home, these can also be done with mini bands that you put just right above your knee, and it'll add a little resistance. But we do not need the bands today. Good. Once you've got your 10, we're going to get back in that tabletop position. Next, we'll be going back into our slow mountain climbers, where we will do 20 total, 10 each side. So we will be up, you will be up on your toes. If you need a modification way to do this, I didn't show you before, but you can put one knee down and just crunch over. If you do the one knee down, I would do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other. If you are up on your hands and toes, like I will be, then I would alternate. So let's knock out 20 slow mountain climbers. Good job. Once you finish those, you can drop down to your knees. We're going to be flipping back onto our backs. And we're going to do what we started with the abs, which is the reverse crunches. We're going to do 15 of these. Now this time, you do not have to drop your legs all the way down. So I'll show you. If you just want to cross your legs, and each time you do the reverse crunch, just lift up the booty. So we're not doing the leg drop with it this time. We're just going to lift up the booty. We're going to do 15. Good. Once you get those, go ahead and drop your feet. We are going to stretch it out again. So let's stretch arms and legs all the way out. Nice stretch. We're going to hold this for about 15 seconds. Good. Once you've got those, we are going to go back to the starfish. We're gonna do 20 starfish. Good job, guys. We're on the downward side. Push through these. I think we got about 10 minutes. Not even that long. Good. Once you have your 20, we're going to put one knee up, one leg straight. Start with that right leg straight. And we are going to do opposite arm to opposite foot. We're going to do 10. These will just be some toe taps. We're going to do 10 each side. I know we've done these in a few classes before. And remember to breathe. Good. Once you've knocked out that first side, go ahead and switch legs. You'll have that left leg straight now, and we'll knock out 10 on this side. Good. Once you have gotten 10 each side, now we're going to go straight into 20 regular crunches. Remember with these, I don't want you to strain your neck. You're just going to rest your head in your hands, and we are just going to do 20 good crunches. We're not pulling our neck, we are pulling through our belly button. Find you a spot on the ceiling if that helps for you to look at. Good job. We've got about 5 solid minutes of work left, so we can do that. Good. Once you have those, I'm going to take us to our sides again, and we are going to do some side planks with pull throughs. This is one of my favorite moves. I will show you 2 ways we can do them. I'm not sure if y'all have done them with Kristen yet or not. The first way is going to be the more advanced option. It is where you stack up, so you're going to be on your elbow and you stack both feet on top of each other. This is the first option. And what we're going to do, we're going to be doing 10 of these, okay? Where you go around, you reach back to your shoulder blade, and you pull all the way up. Now, the modified version, 100% okay, it's going to be working the exact same. You can have one knee down to support yourself and one leg out. That way it takes a little bit off off your shoulders and you still just reach around. So like I said, we're gonna do 10 each side. Choose whichever way you need to do. And we've got 10 each side. And then you're nice and slow. Good. Once you got your 10, drop down. We've got 10 on the opposite side. I'm gonna do it from behind, that way y'all can see where I reach to twist to get to my shoulder blade. Good job. We're remembering to breathe. Pull all the way through that shoulder blade. Good. Drop down. We're gonna go back down to our backs once you have completed your 10 each side. When we go down to our backs, we're gonna go down, we're gonna go back to 20 of the crisscross crunches where we lift up our feet and we make that elbow. So go ahead and knock out. We've got 10 each side and we do alternate on these. I promise, give me about 2 more minutes of solid work and we're done. Good. Last and final thing we're gonna do before we stand back up, we want 10 more ab roll ups. 10 ab roll ups, and then I'm gonna take this, we're gonna stand back up. So let's knock out 10 good ones. We are getting a full core workout today. Push through these because this is the last thing we got before we're standing up. And don't forget, we are working on the way down. Good, we're almost done. If you are already finished, go ahead and flip over to your belly. I'm on my last one. Good. Y'all know I like to finish with a couple stretches. So we're gonna do 2 rounds of this. Like I said, once you're finished with those roll-ups, go down to your belly. We're gonna push up on our hands. And we're stretching that tummy out. We're looking up, stretching that core. We're gonna hold for 10 seconds. Got about 3 more seconds, and then we're gonna gently rock back into that child's pose. In 3, 2, 1. Come up on your knees, rock those hips back. We're gonna hold this for 10 seconds as well, and then we're gonna repeat just 1 time. Three, 2, 1. Start back on the ground. We're gonna push ourselves up. We've got 10 seconds. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And let's rock it back for the last time. Couple more seconds. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to plant our hands and feet. We're going to walk it up. So plant yourself, walk those hands up. Give me a good stretch. All the way out. And we are done. So let me get up here and stop this recording. I gave y'all an extra 60 seconds because it's Friday. And